So you're thinking about quitting your job and becoming a full-time YouTuber? Nice. Just a tiny question though. Have you looked at the numbers? No? Oh boy. Let's break that down before you buy a fancy mic and start making thumbnails with your mouth wide open. You know, the dream of uploading videos and watching money fall from the sky. Except, no, that's not really how it works. You can make money, sure, but it's kind of like saying you can become an astronaut. Technically true, but also kinda not. Let's start with the basics. To even qualify to make money from ads, you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. And a lot of people say that's the easy part. But here's the thing, about 97% of people never even get that far. Not to be dramatic, but statistically, it's easier to survive a zombie apocalypse than to build a monetized channel. Even if you hit 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours is a lot. That's 240,000 minutes of people watching your videos. If your videos are 10 minutes long, that's 24,000 total views. And let's be honest, it might be your mom and your friend from college rewatching your video 12 times each. Let's say you do make it, you're officially monetized. Time to make it rain? Not quite. YouTube ad revenue usually pays between $1 to $5 per 1,000 views. So 10,000 views might get you $10. That's a large iced coffee and maybe a muffin. 100,000 views? Around $100 to $500. Still not rent money. Now, 1,000,000 views? That's the holy grail, right? Sure, that might get you somewhere between $1,000 to $5,000, which is actually solid. If you can get 1,000,000 views every month. But spoiler alert, most channels don't. Not even close. Let's talk about subscribers real quick. You might think 100,000 subs equals 100,000 views per video. Not really. Most YouTubers get 10 to 20% of their subscriber count in views. And that's if they're doing really well. So you might get 10,000 to 20,000 views per video with 100K subs. That's cool. But even then, you're looking at around $40 to $100 per video. And that's after you've spent 6 months learning how to edit and obsessing over click-through rates. Here's a quick breakdown of your actual odds. Making any money at all? 3%. Making $100 per month? Less than 1%. Hitting $1,000 per month? Maybe 1 in 1,000 channels. Making $5,000 plus per month consistently? That's like winning the creative lottery. Even if you're one of the lucky few, here's what you'll spend. 40 plus hours a week planning, filming, editing, uploading. Possibly a few thousand on gear if you want decent quality. And yep, mental health, sleep, and sanity are all optional. Oh, and don't forget taxes. That sweet $1,000 payout? Cut out 30% for the government and maybe a little more if you're self-employed. So yeah, it's not quite as glamorous as it sounds. Most people quit because of their typical timeline, which looks like this. Month 1, you're hyped. You post your first video. It gets 12 views. You're like, okay, slow start. Month 3, you're still grinding. You now have 60 subscribers, half of which are bots. Month 6, you're burning out, and YouTube still hasn't noticed you exist. Month 12, you either pivot, pause, or give up. The thing is, YouTube isn't just about making videos. It's about learning storytelling, marketing, editing, audience retention, thumbnails, SEO, and doing it consistently while hoping the algorithm randomly picks you one day. You've probably seen creators say, you can totally do it. I made $10,000 in my first month. And then they hit you with, buy my $497 YouTube Mastery course. And look, they're not necessarily lying, but most of their income isn't from ads. It's from selling you that dream. That's the business model, and it's smart. They're not digging for gold. They're selling shovels. You're just trying to find the gold. Honestly, you might be better off doing almost anything else for money. Sell digital art, start a small freelancing gig, make a Notion template, and list it on Gumroad. Even a part-time job at a cafe might pay better for the hours you'll put into YouTube. YouTube is fun. It's creative. It's awesome if you love making stuff. But if you're getting into it just for money, you're going to be disappointed fast. So should you start a YouTube channel? Sure, but treat it like a hobby, one that might pay off someday if you're really, really good. And a little lucky. Just don't quit your day job yet, or sell your camera to buy a course. Make stuff because you love it, and if the money ever comes, cool. If not, at least you didn't waste years chasing something that was never really promised. If this video gave you a soft slap of reality in the nicest way possible, give it a like. If you're still delusional, ambitious, hit subscribe. And let me know in the comments what your channel's about. I'll cheer you on.